Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. If you've ever looked up at the night sky, really just admired the stars, and maybe kind of wondered what might be staring right back at you from the pitch black, well, you might want to brace yourself. Today, we're diving deep into the chilling cosmic lore of Signal from the Silent Sector. We're going to unpack exactly why a perfectly quiet universe is actually the absolute most dangerous universe of all.
The universe is not silent because nothing is out there. It is silent because what is out there learned long ago that making noise draws something worse. That quote right there, that's the final Astraeus mission log entry from Commander James Holloway, stardate 2137.0814. Just let that sink in for a second. This single, terrifying log entry completely shatters everything we thought we knew about space exploration. It takes our peaceful understanding of the cosmos and just totally replaces it with a universe governed by pure fear and, well, cosmic predators.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Part 1, the comforting lie. A false belief.
So for literally 10,000 years, we humans have been gazing up at that beautiful velvet dark and basically telling ourselves a bedtime story. A really comforting lie. We genuinely believed the universe was just this vast, gorgeous, empty space. Maybe a little lonely, right? We told ourselves we were probably alone, or at least that we were the main characters of the galaxy. And that story worked. It helped civilizations rise and fall, it helped us sleep at night, but here's the kicker. That story was completely wrong. The actual reality of the universe? It's a cold, mathematical absence. An absence that existed way before matter even formed. It's incredibly patient, and guys, it is watching.
Which brings us to Section 2. The truth about silence, a cosmic ambush.
We need to take a word we use every single day and completely redefine it. When we're talking about deep space, silence does not mean emptiness. It doesn't mean no one's home. It is literally the held breath of something ancient beyond reckoning. Think about that biological instinct for a second. Why do you hold your breath? You do it when you're hiding or when you're hunting. This ancient entity out there learned how to watch without being watched, to listen without being heard. Silence is actually just a synonym for patience. It's an active, terrifying state of predation. The universe is quiet because it's essentially one massive cosmic ambush just waiting to happen.
To truly wrap our heads around this, we really have to look at the deep timescale here. We're talking about an entity that has been holding its breath since before Earth's oceans even cooled down. It just sat there, patiently watching as the dinosaurs burned. It stayed perfectly, flawlessly hidden as our ice ages came and went. And finally, it watched as a bunch of clever apes looked up at the sky with something brand new in their eyes. To an observer that's been waiting in the dark for billions of years, humanity is just a tiny, chaotic blip. It was just waiting for us to finally notice the dark.
Moving on to Part 3, Rules of the Cosmos, Alien Survival Tactics.
Now, if you've ever sat there and wondered why the universe seems so totally empty, well, here's the grim explanation. Every single other alien species that managed to develop space travel, they figured out what was lurking out there. They looked outward, instantly felt that wrongness, and man, their survival instincts just kicked right in. So what did they do? They turned inward. They built massive walls and shields, and they maintained a very, very careful quiet. Every other spacefaring civilization recognized the insane danger of the void and made the incredibly smart choice to just hide.
From all those alien survival tactics, the cosmos basically distills its most brutal lesson into 3 absolute rules. Rule 1, do not make noise. Rule 2, do not draw attention. And Rule 3, pray that what moves in the dark between the stars does not notice you. You survive by playing dead, you survive by making yourself incredibly small and absolutely, perfectly silent. Those are the rules, period.
Which leads us to Section 4, humanity's fatal flaw, stubborn curiosity. Okay, this is the turning point of the entire narrative. Look, the universe had seen intelligence before, right? And it had always watched that intelligence get scared and collapse into silence. But humanity, what made us so unique and ultimately totally doomed, was our stubborn, completely irrational curiosity. When every other civilization looked out at the dark and cowered in fear, we had a completely different reaction. We literally looked at the void and said, hey, let's go see what's in there. Instead of building walls like everyone else, we rebelliously decided to just walk straight toward the dark.
And that incredibly stubborn insistence on exploring? It all finally culminated in one very specific year, 2149. That is exactly 12 years after Commander Holloway recorded that desperate warning log we talked about earlier. For 12 whole years, despite the clear warnings, despite that deeply unnatural quiet all around us, humanity just kept walking toward the dark. We absolutely refused to learn the lesson of the cosmos. So, what did we actually find in 2149?
That question brings us to the terrifying conclusion of today's explainer. The prologue of Signal from the Silent Sector ends by telling us that in 2149, humanity finally found out what was hiding out there in the dark. But it leaves us hanging on this absolutely massive cliffhanger. By refusing to hide, we basically walked up and knocked on a door that the entire rest of the universe knew better than to even look at. So the next time you look up at a beautiful, perfectly quiet, starry night, maybe ask yourself, are you absolutely sure you're just observing empty space, or is that empty space patiently observing you? Thanks so much for joining me to explore this today. Keep your curiosity alive out there, but maybe, just maybe, keep your voice down.